We're gonna go for hour number two. I apologize profusely for the interruption. I came down with some very bad stuff. Okay, so something I ate didn't settle well with me. Uh, where was I? I was talking about actors and being portrayed by like people of color being portrayed by white people in blackface or other actors where they tan them up. So in TV shows that were in black and white, like Rawhide and other things, most of those actors were not actually Native American. They were of a different ethnicity, and most of those actors were white. And the thing about that, it wasn't until like the later '60s, early '70s where they started actually casting other people because they were like, we live in a real world. Let's have real actors of different colors, and it really opened a staple and changed the landscape. At the time when they needed black actors, there were not a lot of them because a lot of people were living in, I'll never make it, I'll never make it. But then there were the actors that, you know what, I ain't got nothing to lose, so fuck it. And lo and behold, this is how you had your Sidney Poitiers, this is how you had your Bill Cosby's, this is how you had your um, Harry Belafonte's, this is how you had your Mario Van Peebles and Melvin Van Peebles and all these other guys because Hollywood like opened up the floodgates when they started letting people of color in. This is how you have your Bruce Lees and your Makos. This is how you have your I used to know his name, but I can't recall his actual name. So this is how you had your Sulus from Star Trek. This is how the floodgates opened, and all of a sudden, everybody and their mama of different colors started becoming actors, which is another reason why I'm trying to break my way into the business, and I have been suffering for 19 years. But for the most part, they have not had mostly mixed people play mixed characters. Now, one mixed movie they had, I don't know if Val Kilmer has any Native American in them, but he played, it was either Thunderheart or Trueheart, one of the two. I know it started with a T, and it was a good movie. Then you have Lou Diamond Phillips. I'm pretty sure he's not Native American. I'm pretty sure that he's like Filipino, but I'm not going to swear to it. But he played a Native American in a few things as well. And it's the same thing that I brought up in the other videos about Joan Chen and Vivian Wu, who I love and adore, playing Native Americans, which kind of threw me off because once I found out the Native Americans were Asian, I could no longer be mad, But for the most part, which is why I said with the current administration saying that they don't look Indians to him because he probably never really seen a real Native American before until he decided he wanted to get a casino built. And Native Americans, their looks change because of the elements in their locations. But for the most part, if you look at an old Native American man and you set him next to Fu Manchu, they pretty much are identical. Native Americans came out of Mongolia through the land bridge 20,000 years before the Europeans ever settled America. All right, they have been proven to be the first Americans. So and there was some trouble. They're still debating that shit the same way they're debating that the first man that was ever made was an African man. All right, so like I said, it's really science and biblical crashes a lot, and I'm that guy in the middle. I don't believe that we evolved from apes because apes are way stronger than us. They might not be way smarter than us, but I would honestly be Gorilla Grodd versus being a human being with posable thumbs only on my hands versus I can hang from my hands and my feet and have super strength and flip cars. Well, normal humans can't do that. Normal humans can probably flip a minivan or my Honda, but for the most part, yeah, they're not gonna you know, flip cars. But if humans came from apes, I don't think that we would have evolved into what we are because of the simple fact that apes are so strong. And then we can talk and they can't, but they can be taught sign language. And chimpanzees are most famous for being able to be taught sign language. Chimpanzees and gorillas, and not gorillas, uh, orangutans. But the other monkeys don't really have a lot of communication skills. They beat you up and steal your shit. Those little spider monkeys and those other monkeys that people go see, the baboons and shit like that. They'll fuck you up. Now, what does that have to do with acting? Absolutely nothing. I got off track. But for the most part, most of the actors that played Native Americans or blacks started off as white people in blackface or white people tanned up to look like them and put in the war paint. I'm pretty sure they probably went to some reservations in California and talked to some of the people to get the regalia, to get the disguises, to see what the warriors looked like. They probably went to a powwow and watched the warriors dance and had some guy with a camera take that picture, take that picture, take that picture. And then we're going to go back and get a seamstress, the layout of the picture. We got the guy standing. Take a picture, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. So that way we got all the headdress, we got all the other stuff, and we're going to go and do this. And for the longest time, that's how Native Americans were portrayed. They were not portrayed by Native American actors. So once, like Graham Greene and other Native Americans and Asian Americans and other ethnicities started getting into this thing and people started actually liking reality, and started saying, okay, well, we can have him play this role. We can have him play that role. Because Mako played a lot of Japanese bad guys. And so did Sulu. And so did, not Russell Wong, but Grandpa from the Three Ninjas. So, when you weigh all the pros and cons of that, you get a conglomerate of how this evolution happened. So as an actor and an independent filmmaker, you should probably know about a few things, and those are some of the things you might want to learn. So that if you write scripts that involve other ethnicities other than your own, you definitely want to research where these characters come from before you just fly off at the imagination and just say, okay, we're going to do this. Now that might have worked in things like Never Ending Story with Atreyu, because you don't really see Atreyu's tribe. You just see him in his everlasting quest about the nothing. And if I missed that, then I need to go back and rewatch the first, second, and third Never Ending Story. I do know Atreyu was in the first one. I can't remember if he was in the second one because the boy that played Sebastian was replaced by Jonathan Brandis. And then Jonathan Brandis did the third Never Ending Story, because there are 3 of those movies. And if they want to reboot anything, I'm open for playing Atreyu. But I'll be seasoned and old by the time that happens. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Again, I apologize for the first video and me getting sick on screen. I didn't hurl. I just fought it really, really bad. And I'm good now, and I'm going to bed. Good night. Kung Fu Havoc number 2. B, C, and U.